Hi friends, thanks for practicing with me. Today's class is 30 minutes and it's a slow burn. Going slow usually means building more strength and getting better alignment in the poses. So I hope you like it. You will be feeling it tomorrow. My classes are donation based. Feel free to send me a Venmo if you liked class or just leave me a comment. I love hearing from you all and knowing that you're enjoying these classes. Let's get started. I'll meet you on the mat. Let's get started in downward facing dog. And check to see that your pointer fingers are pointing forward, so the hands are slightly flared out. That's a little bit better for the wrists. And take a nice bend in your knees. Lift your sitting bones up. And then imagine someone is pressing your hips up and back. Press forward through the hands as if you're trying to push your mat forward. Activate your quads and play with straightening your legs. Completely relax your head and neck. And then take a few deeper breaths in and out of the nose. Maybe turning on your Ujjayi breath. Good. Inhale forward to plank. Bring your knee, your right knee, to your right elbow. And then using your core, draw the knee a little closer to the elbow and a little higher. Good. Bring your knee into your chest. Press firmly into your hands. And then bring your knee to your left elbow, twist. Good. Bring your knee back to your chest. Back to the right elbow. And then again to the chest. Twist to the left. To the chest. To the right. And back to plank. Take an inhale, relax the jaw. And exhale. Good. Left knee, left elbow. And keep that back leg nice and strong. And see if you can lift your knee a little higher. Good. Knee to the chest. Twist to the right. To the chest. To the left. And last time to the chest. To the right. And back to center. And to the left. Back to plank. Take an inhale. Stay with it. Exhale. Lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up into cobra. I usually slide my hands back a little bit. And then pause here. Press down through your thighs. Squeeze your elbows in. And activate those upper back muscles to help you lift. Okay, draw those shoulders down away from the ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower. Good. Reach your arms back behind you. Let your palms face down. And then right away, feel that squeeze together of the shoulder blades. Reach the fingertips back. Exhale. Inhale, lift everything up. And squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Lower your feet to hover above the mat. Then lift your ribs as much as you can off the mat. Again, using those upper back muscles, all those little muscles that align the spine. Elongate your neck. Inhale. Exhale, lower. All right, interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your palms together if you can. Reach your knuckles back towards your heels. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale, lift everything up. Good. Inner thighs squeeze together. Lower your legs to hover. Activate the quads. And then try to lift the low ribs off the mat. Good. The knuckles are still actively reaching back towards the heels. Those shoulders are driving away from the ears. And the neck is long. Good. Take an inhale and lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes, lift your knees. Activate the core, then inhale up into plank. Find your strong plank. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands and come up into high lunge, crescent lunge. All right, in high lunge, that back glute and quad are firm, and we're up really high on the ball of the back foot. Okay, draw the tailbone down slightly as you lift your hip points up. And with that front foot, act like you want to step through the mat, really press down. Imagine that you're squeezing a block between your palms. Lift up through the ring fingers. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. And keep that back leg active. Then press your front knee into your front elbow as the elbow presses into the knee, and use that to help you twist. Good. The core is working strong here as well. Allow the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to move down the back as you reach the crown of the head forward. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper. Good. Inhale, push into your feet, reach your arms up into high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Adjust your feet how you need to feel stable. And then just to start, imagine that you're trying to pull the mat apart with your feet. That front foot is pushing down and forward. The back foot is pushing down and back. And then do the opposite of that. Imagine you're trying to draw the mat together. The front foot is pushing down and back. The back foot is pushing down and forward. Good. Keep your back leg really active and then bring your hands to your hips. See if you can get your front hip point in line with your back hip point by lifting the hip up. And just a little bit, turn the back hip point forward to get your front knee over your front ankle. Good, then keep that with the hips. But turn your chest to square towards me. Reach the arms out wide. Flip the front palm to face up. Reach forward, draw the front hip point back. And then lift that front hip point up as you reverse your warrior. Take a few deep breaths right into those right side ribs. Let them open up. Good. Come back into warrior two. Straighten your front leg and find triangle trikonasana. If you've got a block, grab one and put it outside of your front foot. Find that feeling as if your feet are trying to pull the mat apart. And then see how long you can get your spine. Reach your tailbone back as the crown of the head reaches forward. Draw the shoulder blades back away from the ears. With every exhale, try to get your top ribs or the left ribs to rotate on top of the bottom ribs. Good, now look down. Bring your top hand to your hip. Bend your front knee a little bit and step your back foot in just like a foot or so. And then begin to walk your hand forward. Use your block if you've got it. And then with no momentum from that back leg, shift into your front leg. Again, no momentum from the back leg as you press up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. When you feel stable, reach the top arm up. And then imagine with your back leg or your lifted leg, like you're pressing up against someone's hands. Firm that standing leg. And then everything is reaching out from your center. The bottom hand is trying to push through the block or the floor. The top hand is trying to touch the ceiling. And the spine is long. Reach the tailbone back towards your lifted heel. Reach the crown of the head forward. You might look to the side or you might look up at your top hand. Check your balance. Okay, and then again, let's try to, as slowly as you can, get out of this pose. Bend your standing knee a lot. Keep the back leg lifted. Keep bending the standing knee. Step back into triangle. Take an inhale and a full exhale in your triangle. Good, then look down, bring your hands down. Bend your front knee and place your hands around your front foot. Try to lift your foot by pressing into your hands. Mine's definitely not going anywhere. Maybe you can lift your foot just a little bit. We'll step back into plank. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot. And inhale up into high lunge. Enjoy that stretch in the front of the right hip. That back glute and quad are active. Lift your back heel. Press firmly into your front foot. Reach up through your ring fingers. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, prayer twist. Good, keep your back leg firm. And then that front leg is pushing against the elbow as the elbow pushes back into the leg. Use that leverage along with your core strength to deepen your twist. And we're always working hard, but still finding the ease. Relax the jaw, keep the breath steady. Good. Stay here for the inhale, lengthen your spine. With your exhale, deepen the twist. Good. Press into those feet. Inhale, reach up, look up. High lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Virabhadrasana B. I usually have to make my stance a little bit longer. And then play with that same work. Act like you're trying to pull the mat apart with your legs. And then opposite of that, try to squeeze the mat to the center. It's not going to go anywhere, but just those actions are using your muscles in the different ways. Okay, now bring your hands to your hips. Try to lift your front hip up in line with your back hip. And that back hip rotates forward slightly, so your front knee is right over your front ankle. Keeping that work in the hips, square your chest to the right side of the room. Reach the arms out wide and strong. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reach forward, draw the front hip in. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Send some nice deep breaths into those left side ribs. Let them open. Okay, come back into warrior two. Straighten your front leg and find triangle trikonasana. If you have a block, bring it outside of the front foot to keep the chest leaning back and the spine long. Firm the quads. And there's that feeling of the top ribs or the right ribs rotating on top of the bottom ribs. So a little bit of a twist here. The arms are reaching away from each other. Good. Bring your top hand to your top hip. Look in front of your front foot. Bend your front knee a lot. And then step your back foot in about a foot or so. Good. If you're using the block, bring it about a foot in front of your front foot. You can always come up onto your fingertips if you don't have a block. Bend your front knee a lot, and then don't use any momentum from that back leg. Slowly as you can, press into your front foot. Lift your back leg up for half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Good, that standing leg is like a pillar. Press firmly through your foot. And then your lifted leg, it's like someone's trying to push it down, but you're pressing up against them. Everything from your core is reaching away from the core. Press down through that bottom hand. If you're feeling stable enough, reach the top arm up. The tailbone is drawing back towards the lifted heel, and the crown of your head is reaching forward to elongate your spine. You might test your balance by looking over to the side and maybe look up at your top thumb. As slowly as you came into the pose, bend your standing knee. Keep the lifted leg lifted. And for as long as you can, keep the back leg lifted, bend the standing knee. Step back into triangle. Take a full inhale and exhale in your triangle. And then bring both hands down around your front foot. Bend your front knee. Press into your hands and try to lift your front foot. Maybe someday it'll lift, but I don't know. I'm not making any promises. Step back into plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, come forward into plank. Bring your right knee to your opposite elbow. Either work right here on activating those obliques or start to kick your leg out to the side, spin the back heel down, reach your left arm up for fallen triangle. Keep really pressing down through everything that's touching the floor and the mat. Lift the hips. And if you want to get real crazy, try to lift your foot up by drawing your femur bone into your hip socket and activating the obliques. Good. We'll come back into plank and right into the second side, left knee to opposite elbow. Either stay working there or come into fallen triangle. Nice. Press firmly into that bottom hand, the foot. Lift your hips. Maybe lift that left foot. Even for like a second, it's so hard. Good. We'll come back into plank and take an inhale. Exhale, lower to your belly. All right, take a little breather, and then we're going to eventually come into bow pose. Bend the knees, grab the ankles. Start by exhaling out of your mouth. Inhale, kick back and up. Good. Try to press your shins back towards the back of the room. Activate your glutes. And see if you can roll towards the back of the mat to lift your chest a little higher. Good. Come all the way down. And press back into child's pose. And take a couple deep breaths into the upper back and just relax here. And walk your hands in and find your way onto your seat. Good. Bring your left shin in front of your right for Sukhasana. If you have a little bit more open of hips and you want to come into double pigeon, bring the left outer ankle onto the right knee for double pigeon. Press down through the femurs, lift up through the sternum. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Come on back up. Switch sides, right shin in front or right outer ankle on top for double pigeon. Root down through the sitting bones, lift up through the sternum, inhale. Exhale, fold. Good, make your way back up and then find boat pose. Full boat, lift the chest, activate your legs, firm your arms. And see if you can sit up a little higher on your sitting bones. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower into low boat. Inhale back up into high boat. Oh boy, haven't done these in a while. Go to low boat. Back up to high boat. And then cross your shins, roll over your knees. Let's play with crow, Bakasana. I also haven't done this in a while, so this is fun. Squeeze your knees into your arms, look forward, send your chest forward. And then just see if you can lift one foot, maybe the other foot. Keep squeezing the knees in. Use your core to lift yourself away from the floor. Spread the collarbones. If you like to jump back into chaturanga, up dog, down dog, go for that. We'll all meet in down dog. Find your breath, relax your neck. And then look forward, step your right foot between your hands. And turn your toes to face the left side of the mat. And we're going to find a wide-legged forward fold. Bring the toes in, the heels out slightly. And fold. Any position with your hands, you can grab the outer edges of the feet and use your hands to pull. You can just keep your hands on the mat, whatever is the best for you right now. Whichever one you're doing, see if you can roll a little bit more towards the balls of your feet. Lift your sitting bones up and firm your quads. Good, then bring your hands under your shoulders. Come up with a flat spine with your hands still on the mat. Bend your right knee, shift your hips to the right. Feel a stretch in the left inner thigh. And then switch sides, bend your left knee. Press into that right foot and stretch the right inner thigh. And just a few more like that, side to side. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward. Come down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And come into happy baby. Good, Shavasana. Close your eyes. Move your arms away from your torso. And let your whole body be soft. Completely release into the mat. Allow your eyes to sink a little bit deeper into their sockets. Allow your cheekbones to relax down towards your jaw. And then let the lower jaw release down from the upper jaw. Keep your eyes closed, but bend your knees and place your feet onto the mat. And keep your eyes closed. Drop your knees over to the right. Shift your hips to the left. Bring your elbows and your palms together for fetal pose. Keeping your eyes closed and your head heavy, slowly press up into a seat. Sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath into your nose. Open your mouth, lift your chin. Blink your eyes open. All right, yogis, I hope you're feeling super relaxed. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a great day. Namaste.